Hot day in Flower Mound today. Welcome back. How are y'all doing? The big move is over, so let me go run through some things that I went through, and actually everything was a very positive experience. The one thing that you want to do is when you think you're ready to move, whether you're buying a house or selling a house or moving from an apartment or whatever, make sure that you get on the books with these guys. Now, the company that I use, I'm not going to name it here, but the company that I use, I've used them 2 or 3 times, and I had originally made a date that was maybe a week ahead, but they were able to help me a little bit earlier, which we actually moved a week earlier than that. And also, this particular company can do same day moves. So check with the different companies. There's a lot of moving companies. A lot of people are moving from Dallas. A lot of people are moving out of Dallas, all over DFW, cross country. I have somebody that I know that's moving down to South Texas near San Antonio, and they are being charged, which is something. Second thing that I want to bring up is she's being charged a flat fee. I chose to do something that was more on an hourly basis. It had 3 guys, and I recommend 3 guys over 2 guys because if you got a third guy, you got somebody on the truck and they're kind of managing stuff when the other 2 guys are maybe bringing a big piece of furniture and stuff. If you're paying by the hour, do your own math. It all came out to be about the same, whether it was 2 guys. I mean, it would have taken a lot longer. 3 guys, they get in, they get out. And that would bring me to another point that you need to be ready. When these guys show up and they drop that ramp down, they're ready to go because you're not the only one they're probably moving that day. My total move, start to finish, probably was only about 3 hours because it takes about 45 minutes to get from one area of the Metroplex to out to Flower Mound. So that ate up an hour of time. But be conscious of that because if you're paying them by the hour, believe me, they're going to get it down to the minute. These guys had a cell phone and they clocked it when they started. You signed off on it and then they stop the time when they're all done and you say everything's fine. So something that will help you, and I am all about trying to make things easier for you and help you, get good boxes. I borrowed these from somebody from Home Depot. I also have some U-Haul ones. And something else that I did that will speed things up for you, if I can find it, is get some blue tape, kind of like this stuff. Get this blue tape and write on there, where you want to have your boxes dropped. It takes about half the time to unload a truck as it does to load a truck. So when they pull up, they're ready to boom, boom, boom. Either you stand at the front door and say over here, over here, over here, or you got everything marked. And if you're borrowing boxes from somebody, that blue tape, that painter's tape, that stuff is awesome because then you can that stuff comes off super easy. And then, you can give your boxes back if you're borrowing them, which I'm kind of doing in my situation. Or if you just want to throw them away, I mean, these boxes are expensive. If you go to Home Depot or U-Haul or Lowe's or whoever, I mean, those boxes are $3, $4, $5, $6, $7 a piece. I mean, they're not cheap. And, I would save them. If you got kids, if you're retiring and you got kids that are moving, or people move every 3, 5, and 7 years. That's just kind of the nature of the beast. So you may not want to throw that stuff away. So they get in, they get everything unloaded. Never had a problem. These guys were insured, which you need to find out if whoever you're working with is insured and what that insurance covers. We had a little minor issue. It wasn't that major. They didn't break anything. And this is the thing that I loved about these guys was the fact that they brought so many blankets. They wrapped all of our furniture and then wrapped the blankets in that plastic stuff. So this was like super awesome. Everything was secure. And again, we didn't have any problems. And I really believe that having 3 guys made a big deal, made a big difference. So when time came to pay, I'm not going to tell you how much I paid. It's probably about $170 an hour. So you do the math. Like I said, I have somebody else that I talked to that was moving down to South Texas, and that was a flat fee deal. All these guys charge a little bit different. If they're going to charge you a flat fee, make sure you find out what they cover and what they don't cover. Do they go up and down stairs? Some of these guys don't. And you got to find out, ask a lot of questions and find out what it is that they do and don't do. But my experience was super good. I hope that you have a good moving experience. And if you have any questions or comments and you want to talk to me, I'm Chris with Chris Hooper Realty. See you next time.